Poor dad saves stray dog from euthanasia. Soon it leads him to a cave holding a treasure of gold. Struggling single father, Owen barely had enough to make ends meet, but he couldn't resist saving a stray dog from certain death. Little did he know his act of kindness would lead him to a life-changing treasure hidden in a mysterious cave. Owen gazed out the kitchen window, watching his children play in the backyard. His heart ached as he thought of his late wife, Annie. "Oh, Annie," he whispered, "I miss you so much. How I wish you were here to see our kids growing up." It had been 2 years since Annie passed away from cancer, leaving Owen to raise their 2 children alone. Life hadn't been easy since her death. Owen worked as a supervisor at a local factory, but the pay barely covered their expenses. Moreover, finding a better job without a college degree was almost impossible for him. Despite the struggles, Owen's love for his children, Claire and Nathan, kept him going. At 11, Claire had become the little lady of the house. She helped with chores and looked after her younger brother. Meanwhile, 9-year-old Nathan was a bundle of energy and joy, always trying to make everyone smile. He used his silly jokes as a weapon against the gloomy atmosphere that had engulfed the house after Annie's death. He was a sensitive yet smart kid. Lost in his thoughts, Owen barely noticed Nathan running towards him until he heard, "Daddy." Owen turned, forcing a smile. "What is it, champ?" Nathan's eyes sparkled with excitement. "When are we getting a dog? I really want to have a pet dog and play with him in the backyard. It's going to be so much fun, Daddy." Quote, before Owen could respond, Claire joined them. "I'll help take care of the dog, Dad," she offered. "I promise we'll be responsible." Owen looked at his children's hopeful faces. He had always put off getting a dog, thinking Nathan was too young to handle the responsibility. But now, seeing how much his kids had matured since Annie's passing, he reconsidered. "All right, kids, let's have a serious talk. Getting a dog is a big deal." Owen started, trying to sound firm but fair. "It's not just a toy, you know. It's a responsibility. You'll have to feed it, walk it, and give it lots of love, even when you don't feel like it." Quote, "I promise, Daddy," Nathan chirped, "I'll be the best dog owner ever." Claire nodded enthusiastically. "I'll help Nathan take care of it." Quote, "All right then," Owen said. I'll go to the shelter tomorrow and see if I can find a dog that needs a home." The next day, Owen found himself at the local animal shelter. He approached the woman at the front desk, feeling a bit embarrassed. "I'm looking to adopt a dog, but I'm on a tight budget. I heard there might be some dogs that are, well, less wanted." The woman nodded sympathetically and led Owen to a room full of kennels. She stopped in front of one and pointed to a medium-sized, scruffy-looking dog. "This is Rufus. He's scheduled for euthanasia tomorrow because no one wants to adopt him due to his mixed breed. We can waive the adoption fees if you're willing to give him a chance." Quote, Owen knelt, looking into Rufus's sad brown eyes. His heart instantly melted. "Hey there, buddy," he said softly, reaching out to pet Rufus. "How would you like to come home with me?" An hour later, Owen walked through his front door, Rufus padding along beside him. He called out, "I've got a surprise for you. Meet Rufus." Claire and Nathan came running, their eyes widening at the sight of Rufus. "A dog," Nathan squealed as he rushed forward. "Whoa, slow down," Owen cautioned. "Remember, Rufus isn't used to us yet. We need to be gentle." Just then, Claire gently held out her hand for Rufus to sniff. "He's perfect, Dad," she smiled. The days that followed were filled with joy as Rufus settled into their family. His playful antics brought laughter back into their home, something that had been missing since Annie's death. Little did they know, Rufus would soon lead them to something that would change their lives forever. A few weeks later, Owen decided to take the kids and Rufus for a hike in the nearby hills. As they walked along a dirt path, Nathan and Claire took turns holding Rufus's leash. Suddenly, Rufus's nose went up in the air, and he began pulling on the leash excitedly. "Rufus, stop," Claire called out, struggling to hold him back. "What's gotten into him?" Owen wondered aloud, reaching for the leash. But before he could grab it, one of the links broke, and Rufus took off like a shot. "Rufus, come back," Nathan yelled as they all started running after the dog. They watched in dismay as Rufus disappeared into a small opening between the rocks. The entrance was too small for Owen or Claire to fit through. "I can go in and get him, Dad," Nathan volunteered excitedly. I don't know, buddy," Owen hesitated, eyeing the dark opening. "It could be dangerous. Please, Dad?" Nathan pleaded. I promise I'll be careful. Owen thought for a few seconds before reluctantly nodding in agreement. All right, but keep talking to me the whole time, okay? Okay, Daddy. Nathan smiled and turned toward the opening. He quickly squeezed through it and looked around. I see Rufus, Dad. He's sniffing something in the corner. Grab him and come back out, Nathan. Owen called. Suddenly, Nathan screamed in excitement. Dad, there's a bag in here. Rufus found something. A few moments later, Nathan emerged with a canvas bag behind him and Rufus following close behind. Look what Rufus found, Nathan exclaimed as he handed the bag to Owen. Owen's eyes widened in shock when he looked inside the bag. It contained several gold bars and pieces of jewelry. We're finally rich now, Nathan exclaimed, jumping up and down. Owen shook his head and closed the bag. This isn't ours. We need to take this to the police. Quote, but Dad, Claire protested, we found it. Finders keepers, right? Owen knelt down and looked his children in the eyes. Listen to me. This belongs to someone else. It's not right to keep what isn't ours. Being honest is more important than being rich. Quote, remember what your mother did when we found someone's wallet in the grocery store. She handed it over to the management without even opening it, Owen recalled. Your mother always believed in being honest, and so do I. Okay, Daddy. We'll hand it over to the police, Claire said. At the police station, Officer Johnson's eyes widened as Owen handed over the bag. Well, he said, examining the contents. This matches the description of items stolen from Mr. Lincoln's house last week. You've just solved a big case for us, Mr. Owen, he supplied. I'm just glad we could help. The next day, Owen's phone rang with an unknown number. Hello? He answered cautiously. Is this Owen? A deep voice asked. The police told me you found my stolen property. Oh, yes, Mr. Lincoln, Owen replied. I'm glad it got back to you safely. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Lincoln said warmly. There was a gold necklace in that bag that belonged to my late mother. It means the world to me. I'd like to reward you for your honesty. Quote, Owen protested, that's really not necessary, sir. Nonsense, Mr. Lincoln insisted. Please, come to my office tomorrow. I'd like to meet you in person. The following day, Owen found himself in an impressive office building. Mr. Lincoln, a distinguished man in his 40s, greeted him warmly. As they talked, Owen couldn't help but admire the bustling pharmaceutical company that Mr. Lincoln owned. That's when a great idea struck him. "Mr. Lincoln," he began hesitantly, "do you have any job openings? That would be reward enough for me." "We do have a few job openings, Owen," Mr. Lincoln said. "What's your current job role? I'd love to hire someone with your integrity." Owen shared that he worked as a supervisor at a local factory, but his pay barely covered his household expenses. After learning about his job, Mr. Lincoln happily agreed to hire him. "You're hired, Owen," he said. "You may serve your notice period at your current job and join us in 2 weeks. The HR department will guide you through the process, and I assure you your pay will be much more than your current salary." "Thank you so much, Mr. Over the next few months, Owen threw himself into his new job. Lincoln soon recognized his hard work and talent, promoting him to a managerial position. As Owen drove home one evening, he smiled to himself. Who would have thought that a stray dog and an act of honesty would lead to such a turnaround in their lives? He felt grateful for the twist of fate that had brought a loyal companion into their lives and set them on a path to a brighter future.